Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. Bread in My Hands is The Sweetness Between Us. A really kind of cute graphic novel by Sarah Winifred Searle. So the story is about Perley and Amandine, two high school students, 16 years old, that had a long absence from school due to medical issues and brought together to kind of catch up into like a, I don't know if I'd call it a special class, but they're in a room together to kind of, see what they've missed. Well, Perley was out due to him having some issues with diabetes. Turns out he's diabetic. His family also is artisanal, having a farm, and doesn't really have the money to afford all the medical stuff that goes along with diabetes. Amandine got in a car accident. Her family gets in a car accident, and she is turned into a vampire by her aunt. Yes, this is a world where vampires do exist. They do some of the normal vampire stuff. They're sensitive to light. They are to sunshine, I should say. They do suck blood from humans, but try not to. It's kind of more of a they exist in the world, and vampirism is, I don't want to call it a disease, but it's a medical issue. It turns out there seems to be also like werewolves in this world and maybe other supernatural beings. So the two of them come together, and it turns out that Amandine can also taste glucose levels in blood. So while her and Pearl are getting closer, she starts helping him out by testing his glucose levels and also being able to taste human blood. Amandine is actually vegan and not really down with eating animals or human blood, so there's issues with that. And it turns out Pearl's blood helps give Amandine a boost. Amandine is a sports junkie and kind of needs the energy. So the question is, are they getting together because they actually like each other, or is it because they can offer each other something in return, if that makes sense? I think a really good series. It touches on a lot of issues, the high cost of medication, but also, like, it's just a good romance, story. I do like that both leads have medical issues that create bumps in their lives. I actually think it's very the outlook and kind of the shift in perspective, or at least the shift that it is presented to them, is very, very realistic. I was diagnosed with a chronic disease when I was 13, and it's now 32 years later, and it impacts your life. You got to go and you have a bit of a different outlook, especially when there's major issues around it. Which shifts outlook even more, but then the other is, like, it does impact things. There are things you just can't do because of it, and it sucks, but it's part of life, and you have to shift things a little bit. And I think the graphic novel does a really good job of realistically portraying that. The art, I think, is good, is really good. There's a lot of focus kind of on the reactions and characters kind of thinking and their world, and there's a lot of small little things. Amandine's outfits are a big deal. Just small looks here and there. There's a lot to it that I think is really good. There's some small dramatic stuff with being teenagers and clubs they're in, and overall it's just, I think, a good depiction of these two, and kind of discusses kids with medical issues in a realistic way, in a way that's, I think, very, it's educational, but also like an easy way for those who experience these things, is like to learn and just connect with the characters in a lot of ways. Like, you can maybe learn a little sympathy if you're not living this life. So it's good. Like, if this kind of feels like it would be PG-13, kid-focused rom-com, and, do pretty well. Like, you can see a movie being done off of this, maybe a Disney movie or whatever, but it's a whole other thing. Art's good, story's good, check it out in shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do have a small percentage. But by doing that, you help support our site. So thank you. And speaking of support, I want to thank First Second for hooking us up with this review copy. And, of course, thank you all for watching. If you're into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy. Keep it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.